Hello, my little munchkins, crones, and sunflowers. We're back. We hope you had a wonderful day, but we're going to get right into it. You know what? This is about the Valley, one of my favorites. And this is, for me, this is my pet peeve. People may be against what I'm against. I feel sorry for, what's her name? Jack's wife. I feel sorry for Brittany on one hand, and on the other hand, I don't.
Okay.
I'm like this with Brittany. I know she loved Jax. I know that, but I know she loved Jax, but Brittany have issues.
Yeah.
And I think Brittany, to me, drink too much. And I think it's a turnoff for Jax.
It is.
Go ahead.
Because that is very fitting, because let's talk about this scene between Jax and Brittany at Janet's hibachi.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the thing. I'm wondering, has Brittany ever had sake, which is Japanese alcohol?
Because apparently he told her not to drink it.
Right.
But she drank it anyway. Mm-hmm.
Right. She only had one drink.
I mean, all you need. It upset her stomach.
She was sipping out of like what looked like a bottle or something.
And I could tell that she was like,
I
knew. Yeah.
She was like she never had tasted that before. It was something, or could have been like a different.
And she said her stomach is cramping. My God.
Yeah, it was tearing her stomach up because everybody said Brittany will never miss game night.
That was sad. And then when she came in, he checked in on her and he looked at her like, I told you not to, he treated her like, I told you not to drink it. And what, you going home by yourself? He treated her like, I'm used to this. He treated her like, I'm used to you acting like this. I'm used to things being this way. Yeah. This is how he treated her.
You drink and get sick.
You drink and get sick. This is what you do. You're going home. Do you want me to go with you? Tell me what you want. And I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Brittany needs to stop drinking.
She really does.
Brittany is turning into, if she doesn't stop, because if you get sick every time you drink, wouldn't that tell you shouldn't drink?
Yeah.
That maybe it's not for you. Go ahead.
Now, that was a little bit for Jesse. No, I'm sorry, for Jax and Brittany. But wait, hold on. Before we move on, Brittany had a follow-up conversation with her mom talking about her relationship with Jax and how the bar is opening up in, I think, 17 days at the time of the recording.
Right.
And her mom is very against a bar being opened up, because it seems to bring, I guess her mom must have experiences with couples breaking up when it comes to a bar being open because of all the time being spent at the bar and how
women.
Yes. So her mother's not very in support of this, but she was just like, I hope this works for you guys. Hope I'm wrong.
Just how I don't want my grandchild board up split. Do you think that they're going to get back together? I don't think he's in love with Brittany anymore. I think to me, it's just like, this is how, for me, it's like she's a good mom. She's a good woman, but she's not my woman.
I like that.
And she's not mine. If I have to stay with her, I'll stay with her, but she's not. And I knew that she's not what I want. That's what I see.
Yeah.
That's what I see. They don't even look. And I think that Brittany can fix herself up a little bit more.
Yes, she could.
I really do. I mean, when she was hanging out with Vanderpump, she was getting it all together, dressing, working out. But now that she's with this other crew, she went farming mode. She seemed different to me. And I don't think that, I don't know. I know Jax love it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't see him loving her. Okay. I think he loves her, but he's not in love with her. I do. I think he loves her. I think he loved Brittany. She's the mother of his kids. She loves him. I think she's a good woman, but I think she something about her, to me, to Jax, turn him off.
Yes, that is definitely.
And I know the drinking is a big part of it.
Oh, yes. Oh, poor Brittany. And you can see the little hurt in her eyes. Like, why you
didn't make a change. Make a change. Be different. Like he was sitting up, they were talking, then he was on the phone. And I guess after the conversation was over the phone, that was the phone call, right? Or whatever they were talking about.
Yes. He had some messages that he was responding
to. No. Before he looked at the messages, they were talking, right?
Yes, they were talking.
And then what happened? He stopped talking, and what happened?
he started answering some business emails so therefore he has messages to be looking at and have people to be in contact with.
Mm-hmm.
And here goes Brittany taking the phone and just like, well, give me some attention. You're talking to like me right now in that sense.
And he was like, how long am I going to talk about Christian? I had enough. I got to get business going. I get it. I'm sorry. I do. She just wanted to sit there and gossip. I think she's lonely for him.
Yes, she is. It's
I
clear.
think she's lonely for him.
That was a clear sign of give me your attention, please.
It's like, but they were talking, but it wasn't enough.
Yeah.
She wanted more. I don't know.
Maybe stop talking about Christian because she
gossips a lot. She keeps a lot going.
Yes.
She's a tattletale. She keeps a lot going. And
because here's this thing that I'm trying to break down.
And I'm not saying Jax don't either. I'm not.
Because the way when Jasmine went to go talk to Christian to see whatever happened that other night, here's how the story went down. Brittany had told Jax that Michelle is texting somebody, and Michelle had told Christian that she was texting other men outside of her relationship and maybe had like some type of emotional affair. And so Jax now went to go tell Christian that Brittany told him about Michelle. So I'm trying to figure out, because Brittany's like, I'm not spreading any of these rumors. Then how did Brittany find out? Because
Brittany, the woman told whoever the woman this is about, Michelle must have told Brittany in confidence.
Well, Jax
being a confidant, like I'm sharing this information.
Jackson
and she went to her husband and told her husband who can't hold water, went and told Christian, who is another one who can't hold water. Why? Because she's so busy trying to look out for her friends. Honey, don't look out for me.
Yes. Please.
If you are a friend, honey, you would have never said anything. You would have acted like you never know. You wouldn't be always, and I certainly wouldn't have told your boyfriend. Mm-hmm. I just think that I don't know why Jax did that. I don't know. He always was another one that couldn't hold water.
Mm-hmm. Especially because there was cameras filming at the time. He was just like getting ready to say it. He was like, wait, are they recording right now? And then he was just like, oh, I can't say that. My wife is going to be really mad at me. Then why are you talking about it?
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. So
anyway,
I don't know.
Yes, moving on from that. Okay, so at Janet's hibachi night, the next event that they had in that was Drag Your Heart, which was like some type of game night that was supposed to be planned. And I liked how you pointed this out, because I noticed it too, that Michelle and Jesse were like taking shots at each other about their relationship, but Jesse's more on the intimacy of wanting to have, more sex. And he's just like, we don't have sex like that. He wants some good pudding.
He wants some pudding.
Yes. And it's clear that he wants some pudding.
He wants some pudding. Mm-hmm. Yes. He wants some pudding. And he even said, she said, he goes 2 minutes. He said, 23 seconds. I don't know. I think they were joking. It could be true. I don't know.
And they said they hadn't had sex in a month or over a month. So,
but she acts like, I don't know how they act. She act like she like him.
Yeah, it's the way I say it. It's just she's being performative for TV, because that's what it feels like.
But why?
I don't know.
You think it's because of check?
I think it could be because of a check. Because when Jesse
This is the one that's that was Miss America or Miss Universe or something.
No.
The dark-haired lady.
No, the dark-haired lady, the one that you're thinking of, just recently had twins and suffering.
No. I'm talking about the one that Christian know the secret on and saying that her husband about to
Michelle.
Right. She was a beauty pageant queen or something.
No, that was Nia.
You got to pull that up. I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, but Michelle.
What does Michelle do?
I don't know what Michelle does, honestly.
I thought that she was a Miss America or something.
No, I almost want. No, I don't think she could do real estate. I don't know what Michelle does.
Does she does real estate?
I want to say she does, but I'm not sure.
You can just check it out if you want. Keep talking though. But,
Yes. So Michelle here, Jesse is talking about how his coach, I don't know who this coach is, maybe like some life coach, is suggesting that he goes on this plant spiritual retreat.
Ayahuasca.
Yes. And he said that he wants to take the opportunity to get outside of himself, to get a good look of who he is. So that way he can make some changes for Michelle to become the man that Michelle wants. And here goes Michelle saying...
No, he asked Michelle.
Okay.
Is there anything...
Yes.
Paraphrasing. Go ahead.
Is there anything you're wanting to get out of this retreat? And she said, for you to change your personality.
To change, that means she don't like you. How you going to change your personality? Your personality is who you are. She didn't say, I hope that you could be better in the bedroom, or a little romantic, or a little bit more talkative. No, none of that. Just your personality.
Yes, your ego. That's what it really is. She has a problem with his ego.
And what about her ego?
Exactly.
They are a lot alike to me.
Yeah, they are in a sense. I see it. But the thing is that he said that he wanted to do this for Michelle because he wants to be a better husband. And Michelle straight up told him,
don't do it for me.
Doing this for you.
Don't do it for me, baby.
Even the therapist said you should not be attached to the end result because it's only going to be your downfall. And Jesse says himself in a confessional that he's willing to do anything to save his marriage, even doing something so outside of himself as taking some ayahuasca.
I get it. I guess this is an ego thing. To me, I hear a man say, I know it's over. I know you don't love me. I know you don't want me. I don't know what to do about it. This is who I am. I don't know, but I want to be able to say that I've exhausted everything so that when you walk out, I'm walking too. That's what I hear.
Yeah.
You go, I'm out. And my thing is, if she's that unhappy, why is she there?
Exactly.
I don't understand that part.
Exactly. Especially if you're over here texting some other men.
Is she?
That's what Christian says, and that's what Jack says.
But what did Jack's wife say?
Brittany says Brittany's not saying anything.
That's what Brittany said.
Yes, she says Brittany's keeping her mouth out of it.
Because she said enough.
Yes. And here's, okay, so that was pretty much it for Jesse and Michelle. Now time to move on to the star number 2, Christian. She still has her clothing brand from 2014, and she's trying
that girl make you shake your head.
So she's trying to revamp her brand. And she's so for this branding event that she's doing to show off her new clothes, she didn't invite Michelle or Janet because she's like, if you guys aren't going to invite me to your events because you don't want me there, then I don't want you at my events. We'll play this tit for tat third grader stuff. But
I like the way Brittany broke it down to the guy. What's his name? The girly guy.
Zach.
But I have to skip. But when what's his name?
Zach.
When Zach found out he wasn't going, he started crying. I was fit to be tied. When he found out, he was like, I couldn't believe it. A grown man?
Yes.
Come on, guys. This don't have nothing to do with homosexuality.
No, he
Come on.
He was really butthurt that he couldn't be invited.
He was crying.
All because you do start a little bit of mess, Zach, and you are friends with Christian. So, therefore, I'm sorry, but collateral damage.
And it's supposed to be for couples. And I don't think the black girl was invited either.
I don't think so.
Because I think Brittany said it's for couples. So the black girl is not going to bring her lover. And the other guy.
Right, he's single as a Pringle.
And And they the ones they are Christian's friends, right? I mean Christian, what's her name?
Christian.
That's Christian friend. The black girl is Christian friends because the black girl was close with the gay guy. What's his name? Zach. Am I right?
Yes.
So Christian brought them on the show also to prove she's not a racist.
Right. I mean, even though Jasmine and Zach are friends with some of the other castmates, I guess they're always like really ready to sit down and talk to Christian on one-on-one, like, hey, I'm a friend trying to talk to you and tell you that the group really isn't feeling you, sis.
I like the way Jax handled it. I like the way Brittany told Zach, and I like the way Jax told the group. He just waited a moment. He didn't do it right away. Time had passed, and then he came out and he just said it.
Yeah.
And you could tell he felt bad, but he had to do what he had to do.
Yeah.
And the black girl was like,
she was.
And Zach started crying, and Christian was like,
yep. Here, Christian just feels like, really, you said that she's on it. She brings you can tell she's from Vanderpump Rules.
She Vanderpump Rules.
Because she's just like, I'm looking out for you guys. I'm the peacemaker.
Isn't that Sheena?
Yes.
That's how it's terrible.
No, you're not the peacemaker.
You can tell she's from Vanderpump Rules. She's got that mentality that they have at Vanderpump.
Mm-hmm.
She was a Vanderpump for years.
Yes. But yeah, that was pretty much it. The girl Mia that was Miss USA, she apparently does some self-defense like Taekwondo or something like that. And she did a little event to bring bring the cast on there to, I guess, get a little bit of self-defense, cool down, wind down, stuff like that. So yeah, that was pretty nice. And that was at the event where pretty much Christian felt like she was being teamed up on against. Oh, and also at this event that Mia was holding, Janet nor Michelle decided to show up, even though they were invited, because they don't want to be in the same room with Christian.
And that's why Christian didn't invite them, because they didn't show up to that.
Yes. And they didn't invite her to the hibachi dinner that Janet planned. And
because it's always drama with her and her boyfriend.
They just
it's
want
just
peace.
Drama. It's always drama whenever she show up. But because I feel I'm a sensitive, I'm feeling the vibe.
Yes.
That's her.
Yes.
And she's far from it. She needs to practice it on herself. It is curious how people don't see themselves.
Yeah, that is true.
All these years on TV, you would think that Christian would get an idea of who Christian is.
Yeah.
She starts a lot of trouble. Jax does the same thing, but he does it differently.
He does.
I think she does it maliciously. Jax does it to me, kicks and giggles.
Yeah.
She gets it. I don't know. What do you think?
Because Jax will own up to it.
Oh, yeah.
Christian won't.
Own up to it.
She's just like, why are you blaming me? I'm just saying what everybody else said.
Well, why don't you say where you got it from?
Exactly.
Why say anything? Why act like you know? If I tell you something and it is secret, it's from my mouth to God's ears. You say nothing. Yes. It's null and void. You don't know. So why are you walking around with this inside of you?
Yes.
Act like you don't know. Forget about it. As they say, forget about it.
Forget about it.
You don't need, they just drama. And you don't need it. And I think that's what Christian does, and her boyfriend, who wants to stand up and always want to defend Christian.
Yes.
And her antics.
To be that superhero in her life. And she's just like,
I love it when a man just fight for me. Stop, girl. Stop. He take up for me. I love it. I can't.
I can't.
But
yeah, that was pretty much it for this episode. Pretty much Jackson, Brittany, and then Jesse and Michelle. Poor Jesse.
Why you say poor Jesse?
Because I mean, even though you say he knows that he knows,
I think he knows.
He knows. He said that he came to the realization that his marriage might be ending. Yet he's still sitting up there. I'm doing anything for my marriage.
I get that, because I was in a relationship once where I didn't want to leave until that person left. And as long as that person was willing to stay in it, no matter how bad it was, I was willing to stay in it and keep working at it. And I wasn't going to be the first to say goodbye.
Okay.
Even though I knew the person wanted me to do that, but if I would have been the first to say goodbye, then that would have been me ended the relationship. So I hung in there for years because I didn't want to be the first to say goodbye because I wanted the relationship. So why would I end it? And it got to the point where the truth came out. Person couldn't take it and ended the relationship. And then when the person finally ended the relationship, I could then move on. I could. I didn't have to stick around. I didn't have to. It was over. Mm-hmm. And I wasn't going to beg them to, stay. It was already over. Yeah. I just wasn't going to be mean. And I was just going to I was like him. I was going to do everything I can to make it work. Within reason.
Yes. But
it wasn't that like him and his girl, they're not from the cameras. We weren't arguing or fighting. It's just that thing between you, And in my case, there was still sexual relations, but I knew that this person wanted to leave. And until that person was ready, I wasn't ready to let it go, but it wasn't an Ariana thing either. It was just, I didn't want to be the one that when it's over, I had to look at it and say, I ended it. I wasn't going to force someone to make me do something I didn't want. So I'm hanging in there. I didn't have anything to lose. But I realized at the end of the day, you know what I lost?
Time.
I lost time. But that was a learning experience. And what I've learned out this, and I wish I could tell this man that. What's his name?
Jesse.
Let her go. Let her go. You're wasting your time. And it's unfortunate that she can't be clear about it. It's unfortunate that she can't just come out and say, I don't love you anymore. I don't want to be in this relationship. Let's work something out with the kids or our child or our home or whatever. Mm-hmm. She can't do it. And I was in a relationship like that. So I think that's why I sympathize with him and understand where he's coming from. Okay. But this is what he needs for his peace.
That's true.
But when it's all said and done, when you go through your stages, you'll just be mad. But the one thing that I'm not mad over, I stuck it out. And it makes me feel good to know I didn't end it. And even though that person wanted me back, I was never going back because I was done. And I did everything. And I think that's why I said, I think that's what he's doing. Okay. Even though I wasn't married to this person, but I understand the sentiment of wanting to do anything and everything within reason to save your relationship. And in his case, he had a child and he has a wife. So, but I understand the sentiment. And when she's gone, I think he'll be sad. But let me say this one thing about him. Okay. What's his name?
Jesse.
He just seemed removed.
I can believe
he seemed emotionally removed. Whatever she says as an insult, he insults it even worse about himself. If she say, you only go 2 minutes, he said, oh, I thought it was 22 seconds. It's like he's just been beaten down.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Is
that me or?
No, because I did find this interesting because Michelle has told us it could have been through a confessional that when she first met her husband, Jesse, that it really wasn't no attraction at first. And actually it started off as a booty call and then they ended up getting together. And so when at this date night, game night, when it said, where did you guys have your second date? He said in Michelle's bed. And Michelle's just like, no, we met at a farmer's market. No, our second date was at a farmer's market. And Jesse was just like, we could have started off in her bed and made it to the farmer's market.
Did she agree to that?
No, she didn't believe that was where their second date was. Yet she told us that he started off as a booty call.
That it was all about sex in the beginning. Yes. That's what she's always said.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know why you're trying to change the story now.
I don't know either.
Yeah, well, that's their relationship.
But that's another story. It's getting intense. Yes. I really like it. I don't know what it's going to look like if it comes back next year. Mm-hmm. It can do another season.
It can.
I want to know what's going to happen to Brittany, but we still got some episodes to go here. So this is intense. What episode is this?
Episode 8, I believe.
And they usually have how many episodes?
Maybe 15.
Like they had with Vanderpump. Well, we don't know. So I enjoy the show. And even though Christian is a toot, I shouldn't say she a toot, she a hoot, but I like her being there. Okay. Because she does bring some drama.
She does.
I like Jax. It's like he's bringing the drama, but he ain't around it. Like it's like Jax is so up and trying to get his bar up to be with the tom-toms. I just see him like, this is it. This is where his heart is. Mm-hmm. This is his world. This is where he's at. This is what he wants. This is what he investing. And his wife cannot understand that to save her soul. No. If I was Brittany, this is what I would do. I would be working on me. What do you mean? I'd be going to the gym. Mm-hmm. I'd be working out, getting myself together. Yes. Dressing nice, I would be about that. And I would not be thinking about bringing no child in a broken relationship. No way and no how. Mm-hmm. That's what I would do. I would think about my son and think about getting myself to go on the market. Oh. That's what I would do. What do you think? Mm-hmm. Yep. Right there while he at the bar, that's what I would be home. When he come home, he'll just see I'm looking different. Mm-hmm. Just been working out, baby. Working out and getting it all together. And she could lose some weight. She just got an awkward shape. Mm-hmm. And but I think that she could lose some weight. And I think that I feel bad for her, but it's just you gotta know when to hold up. You gotta know, say this is enough. Mm-hmm. This is enough. And in that case, I do feel sorry for Brittany. Well, with that being said, that was my get gobbledygook at the end. I can't even make sense of it, but maybe you can. We'd love to hear your comments. Please subscribe. Mm-hmm. Thumb us up, right?
Yes.
What is the other one?
Share.
Please share. If you like us, share. And comment, please. We so appreciate it. And you know what it means?
Yes.
Sunflowers.